the first thing that LendingTree does that is the most frustrating thing and one of the biggest challenges in the mortgage side of things is that when you fill out all your information to get a rate from the screen you're looking at to get the best rate from a particular lender, they'll take your information and then they'll sell that for anywhere between $17 to $80, $90. Tech. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Martel from Shop Real Mortgage, and this is Garrick de la Fonte from Las Vegas, Nevada, also a part of the Shop Real Mortgage squad. So today, our topic is Shop Real Mortgage versus LendingTree. What are the differences? How does it benefit our client, you guys, the users? And what are the pros and cons for both platforms? So I'm going to let Garrick maybe start off with the pros of LendingTree. If you want to fire that off to start off, Mr. Garrick de la Fonte. You don't like that, you hate that the French scarf?
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. French scarf.
He doesn't like his last name referred to as a French scarf.
I just have a very beautiful last name. When I say my last name,
I say it very elegantly myself.
De la Fuente.
De la Fonte. De la Fifi.
That's what happens when I order from anywhere. And they call my name on anything. They mess up my first name. If they know my last name, they mess it up too.
All right.
It's okay.
Okay.
I have a memorable face.
So LendingTree versus Shop Real Mortgage. What are the benefits that LendingTree brings?
Then we're going to do 50 Shades of Gray versus 50
we're going to stop
Shades of
for
Blue.
1 sec. And just so you know, when I speak, let's not cut me off. And when you speak, I won't cut you off because every time I watch these, this is why no one watches our show, is because no one can hear us speak because we're always talking above and on top of each other. Let's start from the beginning. And if you'd like to speak, just put up your hand and I'll take questions. I'm not taking questions right now. I'm going to give you a scenario and then you can give me some...
I just want to know if I can talk about the pros of LendingTree.
I'm going to start off with the pros of... You're going to start off with the pros of LendingTree and how it benefits the consumer. And then what are the pros of Shop Real Mortgage and how does it benefit the consumer? And then what are the differences? Maybe just the differences so we're not here all day. We only got 12 minutes and 44 seconds left. Go.
Pros, LendingTree, you can see all of the different rates from all the different lenders. Con, LendingTree, they're all going to call you and try and get an application.
So let's slow down. So LendingTree, you put in how much information do you have to provide LendingTree to get a rate?
Quite a bit. You got to provide your birth date, your social, the address, your name, your phone number, your email address.
So you have to put in a variety, basically a lot of your personal information first before you get an accurate quote from LendingTree.
Yes.
Is LendingTree always going to provide you with the best rate, or is LendingTree going to provide you with who's paid to be on that platform?
A combination of both,
like
because the hard part about that is what LendingTree doesn't decipher is their data is accurate, for instance, from our back-end system. Their data is accurate from what the consumer puts in, but it doesn't filter whether that should be an FHA loan or a conventional loan. And obviously, an FHA loan, if you don't have mortgage insurance, it's going to have a way lower rate, but you're going to have fees and mortgage insurance. So it doesn't calculate that. So it'll say, oh, yeah, you qualify for a 2.9, but that's an FHA rate, and you'd have thousands of dollars in fees that you wouldn't want to pay. So your better bet is actually a 3.875 conventional with no fees and no mortgage insurance. Mm-hmm. So LendingTree doesn't decipher that. So in that regard, it's sometimes not as useful for people because it doesn't let them know like what that program type is necessarily.
So basically LendingTree is providing like a service to brokers and banks that they're paying for to put their product on this hub, correct? Which is called LendingTree.
Yeah.
That is a rate, and a lot of these banks and credit unions train the consumer, the user, you guys, to look for rate and basically land their site, try to find the best rate. Meanwhile, the fine print behind that best rate, do you think just because it's on that particular screen and it looks like it's the lowest rate, may actually not be the best savings for you or even the proper rate for you? You probably can qualify for a better one or a better product that'll save you more money and interest, or more money and less interest over time. The benefit of Shop Real Mortgage compared to LendingTree, the first thing that LendingTree does that is the most frustrating thing and one of the biggest challenges in the mortgage side of things is that when you fill out all your information to get a rate from the screen you're looking at to get the best rate from a particular lender, they'll take your information and then they'll sell that for anywhere between $17 to $80, $90 to brokers, lenders, and even us as well. We're on that platform as well. But the difference between us is that you could come to our platform once, get your application filled out with the same amount of information or less than LendingTree. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. You can put your hand up. And then when you verify your application with us, all the lenders come to us with their best rates and offer for you without seeing your personal information. The biggest benefit is you're not going to have 15 different companies calling you instantly when your rate or your product or your application gets sold to these lenders. And you're bombarded, and everyone's trying to take an application, everybody's telling you they can get a better rate. It eliminates all of that. You have one person to deal with, one piece of technology that does all the work for you, even retrieves your documents for you, and provides you with everything that LendingTree would provide you with without the hassle of 50 people calling you, and other options as well with other institutions. Is that correct? Would that make sense?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's the difference between LendingTree and Shop Your Own Mortgage. Am I missing anything? This is a time where you should chime in and maybe add some value to this conversation. Are you thinking about what you're going to want to have for dinner tonight still?
I already know what I want to have for dinner. But
what do you want to have for dinner?
Javier's, that steak is on my mind. But no, I mean, you hit it on the head. That's the biggest thing is like that, LendingTree doesn't actually provide a loan. They're providing a service to connect you with people that provide a loan. And we're connecting you with the people that are going to provide you the loan, but we're also facilitating the loan. So you don't have to, we're not like a marketplace for you to meet other people. We'll represent you, we'll verify your application, and then we'll, present to you what the lenders are coming back with, and we'll take care of everything on your end. You don't ever have to speak to that lender directly. You work with us the entire time.
Yeah, so the big thing too is we don't have the fees when we're closing the loan, which a lot of lenders, everyone really does. There's actually people that get surprised about that and almost feel like it's too good to be true. We've heard that term many, many times. And the reason of that is you have all the infrastructure for like a Quicken Loans or a Loan Depot or Bank of America, where they have thousands and hundreds of thousands of employees and locations. I know Garrick mentioned this before on another cast, so I don't want to repeat everything he said, but the reason why we can offer cheaper rates and low fees is because we built it from we built technology first. The technology does all the scale and all the work, so you don't need 50 employees gathering documents. The user can use our platform like a mortgage valet, where the technology will do all the work for you, as in like grab your bank statements, get your property taxes, get your taxes for you all through APIs, and basically almost like while you're doing the application, it'll pull the information for you after you've approved that authentication. But it basically makes it seamless and convenient for you. And the biggest difference between us and everybody else is I actually been in mortgage industry in Canada for almost 20 years now, and I wanted to build something that was for the user and not for the banks and the brokers. And everybody always builds their technology or their product or their business for them first, and then the user can have it. But this is strictly for the convenience for the user, and to basically shine a light in the industry, and understand that there's a lot of savings that could be put forward towards the user that's not being exposed. So flashing the light on that has been one of our goals here, and we're very driven by client first, user first, and then everything else will come. So as long as experience that our user is getting all the information from one vertical, one person, one platform, one company, and we do as much work for you as possible and have all the options come to you like a valet, like a LendingTree, but legitimately, these are the rates that are actually you've approved for because your application is approved first, is the future of the industry. So we have very little amounts of staff and a lot of technology, and all that does the work for us, hence the reason why we can charge very little. Actually, we don't charge anything, and we get paid with the lowest rates. We get paid less than everybody else because we can afford to. Make sense?
Yeah, thanks.
All right. I felt like I talked the whole time, but...
No, you did talk the whole time, but it was good information.
All right.
I didn't interrupt.
I know. I like that. It was good. I got a good flow going. I appreciate it. Do you want to say anything or no?
No. I mean, you covered it all.
You want to make fun of the blues? I had 3 different blues on, by the way.
Yeah, a blue cardigan, a light blue shirt.
I didn't think this...
And then this is blue as well.
I got white shoes, too. Are these white?
They were at one point.
Okay.
Now they have a blue tint to
I
them.
have like a brown belt. Is that good, too?
Yeah,
Should I
it's
look
alright.
for a blue belt? Like another blue, and blue shoes. I could have worn blue shoes actually today.
I
too.
do have a pair of those blue suede shoes. You don't like them.
Blue suede shoes.
With the spikes. You know
That's
what
a
the
song.
spikes?
Yeah, I like those.
I like them.
All right, well, that's kind of it for today's tip. The tip is why we're, the benefit of using us.
What is a tip? I didn't hear a tip.
The tip is giving the explanation of how we offer a free
The tip is
service.
to use Shop Your Own Mortgage.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to
Over
say. You
Lending
interrupted me.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Right,
I had to
boom.
do it once. I
There
just
it goes.
needed one
It
good,
wasn't really once. It was right off the bat. And then
one good
again.
interruption.
I like your hand to go up, or maybe text the producer if you can ask a question. If you
Can I have a flag? I'll just throw it. Can I have a...
NFL rap is still
Yeah,
a flag out.
take a yellow flag.
The microphone kicks in.
Yeah, I would love that.
We had a legal procedure, 52 offense. It's a 5-yard penalty.
50 Shades of Blue.
Repeat
50 Shades of Blue offense.
Repeat first
Talking
down.
too much.
All right, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, that's all. By the way, it's Just the Tip Tuesday. Just the Tip.
Oh yeah, that's the name.
podcast.
I missed the whole intro on that. That's why I don't do the intro.
Just
You
the
should do the
Tip.
intro.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a great intro. I mean, you're usually a great starter, but I think in this regard, I would be.
I think I'm a good starter.
Great
but-
starter.
Anyway,
Just a tip. Subscribe. Ask us questions. We had a few questions that we reviewed in the last podcast. I think it went well.
lots of questions. One is, when did Peter die? It was 2 weeks ago. Like Weekend at Bernie's, we're just carrying him around. And popping
He's
him out.
drinking Coca-Cola. It's like, okay.
One thing I gotta say is this generation, like with information and platforms and social media and IG and Instagram, like I don't understand. Like everybody's so sensitive. Like when someone posts something or says something, people just take such offense to it and they hide behind.
Something happened? Do you want to tell us about something?
No, just something happened in Canada with not me, but with just Don Cherry, who's like head of Hockey Night Canada, and he's been saying inappropriate things forever, which is kind of just the truth. You just say things, but he's 84 years old, 85 years old, and he was chirping about how no one wears poppies anymore, and poppies for Remembrance Day in Canada is the same as you guys call it Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? And a poppy is like remembrance, it's just like a flower people donate and buy and wear during Remembrance Day. And he said that it wasn't right what he said, but just massive amounts of upset people. And he just said that immigrants aren't wearing the poppies, and that you guys and you people should, have more respect for the military. And the truth is, no one's really wearing them as much as they used to. And everybody, if you're born in Canada, born anywhere in Canada, and you're immigrants, should wear it and respect it. And you people isn't proper, and you should have apologized for that. But it's just the backlash for saying a comment like that. And his point, he's an older generation, he's 85 years old. His point was that
He went to high school with you?
yeah, we graduated together. Is that it's respect for veterans, and that's the point. And he just didn't articulate it properly by saying just isolating immigrants, which isn't the truth. It's kids that are born in Canada. It's young adults that are Canadian. They're not respecting it as well. But the point is that it's just someone says one mistake, like slips up online, and it's like this guy's been in Hockey Night Canada for 3 decades, like over 35 years. He's been doing this. And he says one thing in a 3-minute segment, and he's fired. So I just find it crazy. And not that it's appropriate. He should have apologized. He refuses to apologize because he still thinks it's for the veterans. And a lot of the veterans have chimed in saying, we respect it, we thank you, but it's not the way it was articulated. It was not very nice. So
Okay.
anyway, I just thought I'd mention that.
A little PSA. All right.
Okay.
I don't have any PSAs.
What does that mean? Okay.
Public service announcement.
Okay.
That's what you just did. You just had a public service announcement for
I
Hockey
got
Night
a few of them I could fire it right
Yeah,
now.
I feel it. I feel them coming
I
out.
just got
I
a
mean,
lot of negative energy.
Yeah.
I just want to broadcast out. So tune into the next show because I'll air some out next show for sure.
Okay.
And I'll probably go in this direction over here.
I'm all right with it.
Actually, I'm not mad at him. Actually, I should be mad at him. I don't know if I want to tell that story.
We don't want to
but
tell that
I'm
story.
going to probably save that story for the next pod since we only have 40 seconds left.
Yeah.
And that's how long it changed. That's how long it took to change his life when this kind of incident happened a few
Less
days
than
ago.
that.
Less than that. Yeah.
It's like 5
Okay.
5 seconds.
Well, why don't you, since I introed, you can say goodbye. How about that? Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
That's it?
If you guys have any
Thank
questions,
you for
subscribe, ask questions, watch more than 7 minutes of it. We know how many you guys. What?
No, I just thought you were holding something up.
I have a question.
Can I just put my drink on that?
Yeah, can we get sponsored? I love these.
We're looking for a sponsor. We're not going to show the name of this. We're going to tape it and block it off. But
we're responsible for 60% of this company's revenue in the state of California. So, just right off the bat, if anybody's looking for a new snack, I recommend it. Anyways, ask us questions, subscribe. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, congratulations. If you didn't make it this far, you don't know what you're missing.
You know what? If you made it this far, message us and we'll give you a $50 gift certificate.
$50
for the first 25 people. No, first, what am I saying here? First 10 people that message us that they've made it this far, we'll get a $50 gift certificate to the restaurant of their choice. Compliments of Garlic de la Fonte.
And Marzi.
/me.
/me.
/SYO.
All right. See you guys later. Have fun.
Thank you. Bye.